everyone, welcome back to another Sims 4 YouTube video. Today we are going to be diving in to another episode of the Simmers Digest, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first stuff that I wanted to cover, it is Thanksgiving week in America right now, and I'm sure everyone is trying to get their Black Friday sales, so EA has a Black Friday sale. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this. It is now until December 4th. The reason I'm reminding you guys is if you want anything, The Sims does have their Black Friday sales going, so you can get these bundles for, instead of like 50 bucks, you can save 10 bucks on them and get them for 40 bucks. So if you wanted to get some more packs for your Sims, I would probably do so now while they're on Black Friday sales. So again, they have the bundles that you're able to get. Some of them are cheaper than others because, again, like Island Living has been out for a fat minute now, as well as like Cottage Living Seasons is like $16. Gosh, I remember when I got that for 40 bucks. Anyways, besides the point, you can basically get a bunch of Sims 4 packs with these Black Friday sales. So if you are in the market for some more DLCs, now is your chance to go get them. All right, without further ado, we will be moving on to some more Sims 4 news. All right, the next one up, I forgot to cover, but The Sims came out with this new like Nintendo Switch game called My Sims, and we're just gonna watch this so you guys can see what it is if you haven't seen it. I honestly know nothing about this. I'm a bit confused. So, but this is the trailer. So, it just looks like another version of The Sims, but for your... It kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing. But, essentially, it is for your Nintendo Switch, so if you want to check that out, you can do so. I think they're also having, like, an art contest, too, as well. So I'm wondering if you can win some stuff in there, but make sure to submit it by December 11th. But anyways, their game came out, I'm pretty sure, November 19th or something like that. I don't know. I saw this and I was like, I did not know about this. So anyways, for those of you who were in my boat and didn't know about this, then that is what it is. It's just another Sims game that they came out with mainly for your Sims game, and that dinosaur is so cute. Anyways, let's move on. If you were a huge fan of the Grim Reaper Challenge, don't you fear, because we have another live event starting for the holiday season. I can't even make this up. I am actually laughing at this because there was so much discourse with the Reaper Challenge. They've decided to do another one. Hopefully this one is a lot better because a lot of people were having issues with the Reaper Challenge. But anyways, what better way to start off the holiday season, holiday spirits, than starting a new live event for The Sims? So it is literally like the Reaper Rewards. All right, and I think the Sims are going to start doing a lot of these, so this could be a good or bad thing. But again, it hasn't been a while. The Reaper Rewards just ended, like I think November 19th or something like that. We already got a new one coming in. I think this one starts December 3rd, if I'm not, yeah, December 3rd is when it starts. So you can essentially do the same thing. I'm wondering what the challenges will be because the Reaper Rewards had challenges to do. So I would assume that it would be the same thing where you have the 6 weeks and you do the challenges to get all of your items for this live event. So there better be cute items in there for me to do this, okay? But honestly, I will say, I thought the Reaper Rewards were going to be a lot harder than they were, and they actually weren't that difficult. So this could be a fun addition to the Sims 4 game if they're able to do it correctly. Because again, you guys said you had a lot of issues with the Reaper Rewards. Some people couldn't even get their rewards. Other people couldn't even get the live event system to work to actually do the rewards and get their items from it, like the clothing and the different traits and the different items that came with it. So that's my only thing. I didn't have an issue with it, so I genuinely, enjoyed playing with it. But for you guys that did have issues with it, I can see why this would be like stressful to see again in your game. So anyways, that is that. So that's some big news coming from the Sims community as well. There's been a lot of reports about it. So this person right here said they love it and can't wait for it. So we'll see. I don't want to crap on it too much because it could be a lot better. They might have learned the ins and outs from the last live event we did. So yeah, I wish for the best, but let's move on to the next. All right, the next piece of news I'm a bit sad about. I was really looking forward to INZOI, as you all have probably heard me talk about this on our channel. There are sim-like games that are coming out to be competitors for The Sims, and this is one of them. So if you don't know about INZOI, it is on Steam, and the planned release date is March 28th, 2025. It was supposed to be released for early access late 2024, so around this time, but they already did a round of like early release stuff where a lot of creators got to play with the game, and according to those players there was a lot of feedback that they had, and they pushed it back for the early release. But essentially, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this looks 10 times better than The Sims. Okay, I am one that I love alpha gameplay. Okay, I love my alpha CC. I love to make my Sims look hyper realistic, and you don't know how much mods and CC that takes if you don't play with alpha Sims. Okay, I hope that made sense. But to have a game with it already pre-built in to where I don't have to download a lot because it's already, you know, on there is like a godsend, okay? But anyways, there is going to be some more competitor games for The Sims, okay? And this is one of them, and I think this is going to give The Sims a run for its money. Now, it is still in development, so The Sims has had 10 years to get all of their packs and all of their, you know, features out, whereas this game is just starting, but I can already tell that they've put a lot more thought into this than The Sims. I don't mean to be rude, but that's just my personal opinion, okay? Again, going back, it's March 28th now that it will be released for early access. Now, again, it was supposed to be in late 2024 that early access would be released, but they stated that there was, and this is a positive, you know, note. It made me feel a little bit better, but they said for the INZOI, the Characters Studio contributed to Crafton's decision to delay the game. Your response and feedback made us realize the responsibility we have to provide players with the most complete experience possible. In search of the most complete experience possible, it became clear that INZOI's delay was necessary. So that's already a good sign because they're listening to us, unlike, I don't want to say it, but I think we all know what I'm thinking, okay? So that made me feel a lot better, so I'm not too mad that it got delayed, because at least they're taking the time to make it a game that upon release, it should be completely ready to go and for us to play with. So, again, it is sad, but I'm glad they're taking the time to work out the kinks before they release it for everyone to play for early access. Anyways, moving on to another competitor, Paralives. This is going back to the beginning of November. They had a post about like Halloween, but I really wanted to start covering news for Paralives and INZOI as well, so we can keep up to date, as this is like a Simmers Digest. So I want to keep you up to date on all things sim related, but also competitor related too. But they made some new additions with like boxers, lingerie, binders, and more. We got a pack like a kit like this in The Sims that added a lot more sleepwear for your Sims. So it is nice that they've already like pre-added this stuff in. I will say that I was talking with my subscribers about INZOI and Paralives, and the one thing about Paralives is it's a little bit more cartoony for me. Like, I'm not a big fan of the cartooniness of it, although I do love the game itself. Like, I probably will play it because it was out before INZOI came out, and I've been following it for a while now, so I definitely do want to play with it before I judge it too much. INZOI is very hyper realistic, so it really depends on what gameplay you like. Some people, they're more Maxis Match when it comes to The Sims, so I would say that Paralives is probably more right up your style for graphic wise. Whereas if you're like me that likes the alpha and the hyper realistic Sims that almost look like they're real, and if you think that they're real but they're not, it can be scary sometimes. But INZOI is that hyper realism that a lot of people do love in the Sims community. So now you have two games that you can choose from and what you want to play. So this is the Patreon holiday promo. This ends December 2nd. Now it is 50% off. I will say, if you guys are very invested in Paralives and want to know every single thing that's happening with this game, this is where you can go to find more in-depth, you know, news news on the game before it comes out. So it is still in development. Or you can just go to their website and look at the new stuff that they have. This is another thing that they let us in on, was they have some disability related items, which I love the inclusion of that, because The Sims have just now started doing, we don't even have wheelchairs in The Sims. We got an update, like this is the update I'm talking about that The Sims put out, with a lot more cast items for different storylines that you could have, like the medical wearables for your Sims, that if you're trying to create a certain storyline that they can do. Or a lot of people were even saying that they felt more represented in the game from having these items added in to cast. So I think it's a great start that Paralives is even doing it now, because it just shows that they're like, okay, we've seen and we've heard what people want, and so they're starting on a lot of those features that we've had to wait a while to get in The Sims. So, and I could only assume that they probably made the wheelchair accessible, like actually usable in the game. So that is amazing to see, and it's definitely a relief as well that we're not having to claw our way into getting new features. Anyways, moving up, they added some more baby animations into the game, so I'm gonna play the video really quickly for you guys. Alright, I gotta say that is insane. I've never failed to be amazed by the amazing creators that are a part of Paralives and INZOI. I don't know how they do it, but they do. But again, I can't wait to try out Paralives when it comes out. I can't wait to try out INZOI when it comes out. We'll definitely have some more options when it comes to this channel of what to do when those games come out. It will be amazing to see what The Sims do when both of these games hit the market for the public, because I can already see a lot of people ditching The Sims for these other games that have already proven to be better in development than The Sims. I don't want to crap on The Sims too much, but there are also a lot of issues with The Sims. You know, the core game has a lot of bugs and it's just very laggy, and I've heard from a lot of people that it's just not as fun as it used to, and the only way that they're still really playing it is because of the mods and CC, which is not an issue at all. That's mainly how I play in The Sims, is with mods and CC. So I'm definitely curious to see how The Sims will react when these two games hit the market. But with that all being said, that was your Simmers Digest today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I will definitely keep on with the INZOI and the Paralives news, so if anything happens that is big or small, you guys will know about it on this channel. So if you want to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video like this, go ahead and click that button below. Also, we do mod reviews on here and let's plays and kind of whatever on this channel, but mainly mod reviews. But anyways, with that all being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all on Friday.